Hey there, welcome to this video. Beth Martens here. We're going to be talking about the Nurturer Archetype, which is the last archetype on the first half of the hero's journey as I write about it in my book, A Map of Archetypes to Find Lost Purpose in a Sea of Meaninglessness. I'll share more about that at the end of this video. So if you don't know me, you're just getting to know me. Maybe you just did the quiz and you came up the Nurturer. Well, you're not alone. There's a lot of nurturers in my world. I know this one very well. And it is an enormous gift and it is an enormous curse at the same time. So if you're not familiar with my work already, I am a pattern hunter. That's why I use archetypes to find the programming that keeps us stuck. I coach people to release and deprogram those shadows for real, not just talk about finding the lies and think you're deprogramming that way. It's not the truth of it. I help people to build life purpose businesses. I train coaches to help people with their archetypes and deprogramming them as well. And I'm the founder of the House of Free Will, which is a private domain association where we're meeting behind the scenes about important stuff and all solutions oriented. I'm the host of the King Hero's Journey podcast. If you haven't taken that in, find me on Rokfin and Rumble. My YouTube got canceled, but I've got a new YouTube channel. You can also tune in on Facebook and X and all of the podcast channels for the audios after the fact as well. So I am the author of Journey, A Map of Archetypes, as I already mentioned. I'm a stand for the hero's journey, which that book is all about. And I'm the survivor of a corporate lymphoma, where I was in business completely out of alignment with my own being, and quite due to this nurturer archetype, because I was trying to help my family get out of their financial pickle at the time. So let's talk about the nurturer archetype. The sacred contract, the kind of sweet spot of the nurturer archetype, is caring for others by taking care of yourself. Pretty basic stuff, right? And we probably already have heard, put your mask on first when you get on the airplane. It was pretty funny when we were flying recently and they had to tell you to make sure to take your muzzle off first before you put the oxygen mask on. And I'm like, really? Anyway, just as an aside, there's a nurturer example, and so the nurturer in that sacred contract has beautiful boundaries, which are extremely badly misunderstood and highly nuanced. So the strengths of the nurturer is that they really have a strong value for others. They like to help others. They like to support others to achieve success, to heal, to get past their obstacles. This is, as you know, coming from the warrior archetype, where the warrior in its sacred contract was a champion for others, and the nurturer is a chance to really become more interested in serving others than you are of having everything perfect in your life. And that's the next archetype we'll talk about as well, but I'll stay focused on this. So, nurturers in their awakened place give generously. They contribute to the greater good. They feel a responsibility towards that, even if it's not their child. They're going to help children. They're going to contribute to the goodness in the world. They're very loyal. They make fantastic friends. They care deeply. They're not lost in apathy. They actually have empathy. They can feel the pain of the other and have compassion for the other. They are have a healing nature. Sometimes just their presence. Often they are healers or do some kind of healing work. I'm not a healer, but I do healing work. They help to relieve suffering. They, as I said, work more for others' benefit than they do for their own self-aggrandizement or self-fulfillment, which can be very empty. And they are of service. They make sacrifices that are truly sacred, not compromising themselves with it, but giving where it's going to be most benefited or needed and then benefit others. They're not bad at financial independence. They are responsible in that respect. They're reliable and they're competent. So those are all the gifts of the nurturer. Now, the shadows of this archetype being halfway on the journey, where it's still about the ego, it's about me and my relationship with the world and who am I and where am I and am I okay? Do you love me? And so the shadows that they're going to experience when this archetype is suppressed in the unconscious are self-sacrifice that actually desanctifies, not sacred at all. Maybe it's martyrdom, maybe it's virtue signaling, maybe it's just trying to make other people love you. It's work that leaves you depleted, even though it's service work to others, but you come away from it with no energy, and maybe you're going to secretly hate the people you help. That's a very deep, dark shadow of the nurturer. They can completely abandon themselves, and they, instead of helping people, they are enabling people and therefore holding them back. This is often a huge awakening for nurturers that see, while they're helping and helping and helping, that that person is not growing because you're holding them in a disabled light, and you might be doing for them what they really need to do for themselves as well. And they would see others as incapable, because then they can fit themselves into that person's life and become a indispensable fixture if they need that for the fake security that it gives. They mistake being needed for being loved. Very sad. And they are on that pendulum swing that goes back and forth between helping everyone and helping no one, helping everyone, burning out, helping no one, and hating everyone. They tend to worry for others. That includes your children, your the people that are closest to you, people you care about, and of course all the strangers that nurturers tend to worry about as well. So those are the gifts and the shadows of the nurturer. This is a very deep archetype. It's a huge benefit to get to a place of clear boundaries. And boundaries don't mean saying no. That's baby steps. It's actually wrong steps. And so I'm really passionate about teaching and coaching on this archetype. If you're stuck in this archetype and you would like to reach out and get some help getting yourself into an awakened place where you do have good boundaries, you can reach out to me at my website. Just click the Contact Me tab. And if you would like to pick up a copy of my book to read the chapter on the nurturer, I would recommend reading all of the chapters, of course. Then you can find Journey, a map of archetypes to find lost purpose in a sea of meaninglessness at my website, bethmartens.com. Just click that tab and you can have a copy sent right to your door. And you can also order from me. You have to ask me for the link to purchase a PDF. And you can also get a Kindle version at Amazon, but I recommend getting it from me instead. Not the Kindle version, just the PDF. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this video. The next archetype on the hero's journey is the second half of the journey, called the lover archetype. So if you're following along, that'll be the next video. We'll see you there. Bye for now.